5. RV line. God, YouTube's interface is so ass. Alright, pull it up on my phone. Let's see here. Or I can just not show up how it works too. There we go. All messages so I can actually see the chat. Hold on. Oh my god, must have do this. 2025, technology still doesn't work the way you want it to. Just go on doing something, even though they spy on me all the time. Alright, all messages, there we go. Oh yeah, let me make sure audio's coming through good. Okay, the audio sounds like it's coming through alright. Oh. Oh my god, that was gonna be a heart attack. Oh, my computer went back to its old ways. Oh, every time the screen flashes black, that freaks me out. I think it's gonna go back to flickering and I'm gonna have to end the stream. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Anyways, welcome to the stream. I got my co-host Zerk come in just a little bit to discuss some fresh new topics. But yeah, we're gonna be playing Blue Archive tonight, so we'll get this started in the meantime. I'll wait for people to join in. Dang, alright, let's get this stuff away. Don't mind if I do. Alright, let's burn through some of my stamina here so I can claim first. And we'll hop into the story. Why does it say in progress as if, like, well, I guess there is an end to it, but that doesn't mean you're not going to keep coming back to it. I understood that. Let's just do 2 for now. Base defense, just do 2 for now. Epic rewards. Oh, I just remembered something. It's not really relevant to this, but I just remembered something important. Don't mind me. I just remembered something important. Oh, that's why it says in progress. Earn 3 extra rewards. 2 days. Well, in that case, I thought I got a little bit more than usual there. I wasn't actually paying attention though. Let's see how much it actually gives me. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, I get these thingies. Serious subs. Yeah, I don't know what those are for. But I'll take it, because I don't normally give you those. Stop things this week. It feels so good to be able to play games on this PC again. Okay, let's grind out our hard missions. There we go. Field of scrimmage. What are we down to? 873? We did that one done. Actually, I'll probably use her more than use white hair lady. Oh wow, yeah, they're giving you more rewards on everything. Don't mind it if I do. I went to 62 million. Let's immediately go back down. It's nice to be able to play this game on literally everything. Play it on here, play it on the Steam Deck, play it on my phone. And it works. Okay, I guess it's just gonna freeze a little bit every now and then. Claim another 50. So we could go spend that. You know what, while we're wasting stamina, might as well just like train some students, some lower level students. Level 6, no, that's too much for them.
Alright, I'm back.
Yes, sir.
Ready to kick some ass.
Yes, sir.
By the way, the sound is working on the stream.
Okay. Yeah, I checked it on my phone, but yeah, good to know. Sounds good on your end too.
Yeah, just busy with some stuff, you know. What is antimatter? Just the thing I see on the recommended during Neil deGrasse fraud Tyson.
Oh yeah, that fraud.
Yeah. I feel like
you guys, gender is a spectrum, you guys. Pluto isn't a planet, you guys.
I feel like anytime I hear him talk, he's like one of those guys who you ever heard it? I don't know if this is like something that just Luke Smith does, but you ever heard the term word cell?
Yeah, I've heard that term before.
Okay, maybe who knows? Maybe it's
not a lot. Like you'd have to refresh me, but I have heard that used before.
Well, okay, so you know how like
is it basically like used car salesman, like buzzwords kind of thing?
Kind of. It's kind of like saying like trying to use the term utilize as opposed to use, or using terms like like paradigm shift.
Okay.
Or something that's like
look at me, I have a PhD.
Yeah.
Or I only use big words.
Or like how a lot of characters talk in, frankly, a lot of Kojima's games, you know.
Yeah.
You know. Oh wow. Oh, she's like, I thought you're like had like two people throwing stuff at once.
Yeah. I mean, I have enough energy to pretty much activate everyone's super at once. Yeah,
you get to do all-out attacks, like Persona?
No, not like that. It's more like I just like click on everything real fast.
That's pretty much what Persona kind of is. Well, Persona free. Every Persona game sends Persona free. It's like a build up to like an all-out attack.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, not in the older Personas though. There's no all-out attack in there.
Wow.
There are like fusion spells, which is in Persona free, but it's a lot fancier in Persona free.
Okay.
They're kind of like dual text in Chrono Trigger, or triple text.
Okay.
Where you can have like, but at least those are like kind of like cool because like it has like multiple characters and they do like, you know, like a flame, you know, like Chrono, he gets like a flame spinning attack that you can do on like any enemy that he attacks like within the range of his animation. Futaba Koen. Koen is actually the Japanese word for park.
Oh, okay.
She's eco-friendly, huh? I'm assuming all these characters are eco-friendly, because aren't they all like androids in some form?
No, you're thinking of Nikke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know exactly. Well, they're not. I know they're like living people, but they're I don't know exactly what they are.
I'm assuming. I mean, my assumption is it's like either Ghost in the Shell or Nier Automata, where you know they're like androids, and if you die, like you're brought back to life, but it's like a different body, but like your data is stored on the server.
I don't. For this game, I don't think so. I don't know if you remember from the opening, but the sensei that you play as basically gets like isekai'd into this world.
Yeah, I mean, I remember some of the general basics. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, I think this is just a world.
How much they just like dump on you, you know.
Yeah. Because yeah, basically like you know, even though they're shooting at each other, they can basically all like tank these attacks. They don't really die; they just get knocked out.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like whenever you lose your character, they just like cry and then they, a helicopter picks them back up.
Yeah.
And I was like,
So,
hey, is this
like-
like,
Yeah, so like the sensei you're playing as, he's a normal human. So like if he got shot, like he would die. But so that's why all your students do the hard work for you.
I'm going
and
to take a guess that your students are like servants in Fate Stay Night, and if your character dies, they basically also probably die, unless they're like super uber powerful.
I don't think so. I think I think what it is like sensei is just like a master tactician, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, so in the context of the game, he's like telling all the girls what to do in these battles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I just said would have more context if you knew knew the exact setup of Fate Stay Night, and how like they have like these. They have like what's called command seals on their like right hand, and pretty much that they use the command seal. That's like, it's like if you want to give them to actually like if you really want to, you can tell them to make you like a cup of coffee, But usually it's more like for something like serious,
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm about to get like shot. Like I need you, Saber. I need you over here like right now in the next second.
Yeah.
That's
by the way, did you uninstall this game?
I think it's still installed. I just haven't
because I just noticed the other day that it said there is a kernel level anti-cheat on it, and you have to manually uninstall that separately from the game. So like even if you uninstall the game, it'll still be on your PC.
What's the kernel level anti-cheat?
I think it's just like Nexon game security or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably not gonna be playing it, at all. So,
Yeah, just thought because I figured you, might want to.
I'm not like super. I'm not Luke Smith or anything like I'm not like paranoid about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I just like I don't know if that stuff like slows down your PC outside of games or anything like that.
I haven't noticed.
I know with like the
but,
Nuvo, people say stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm checking through like control panel right now. I'm not seeing anything.
Okay.
Maybe it's something that they added in an update that was like that. I mean, I noticed there was like a queued up update, but
okay, yeah. That might be it.
By the way, you want to talk about updates and problems with updates? So RetroArch, right? I've been playing around with the translation service. So if you want to be able to use the translation, like the translation functionality where it brings up like a thing of text, and then it overlays like what that's supposed to say. Pretty much you have to go back to like an older RetroArch version, like 1.16. I think that's the latest one. Because I was looking at like updates and they're like yeah, there's been like a regression, and I'm like, bruh, really? So, anyways, I go and because I was like trying out this one game called Alcahest, which has a I mean, it already has like a fan translation. It's not like that big of a deal, but I'm just trying it out just to get things to work. And so it's once I figured that out, it's like, well, I sure hope it, the flat pack or the app image. Actually, I don't even know if that version even had an app image, but like the flat pack of that, like on Linux, is like somewhere on the internet, because I want to play a lot of that stuff on my Steam Deck. I'd rather. I mean, I'm sure running the Windows version, even with through a compatibility layer, would be fine for like SNES and even like PS1 games. Yeah. But I don't want to take the chance.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. You just want to bend over a little bit,
Yeah, I haven't been doing these relationship things because you unlock like special home screens for doing them.
I was thinking this was like I wasn't even sure what this was. I was like, is this like Mario World here, or
Oh, this you basically just go to like different locations you spend like one of these tickets that you have, and
And
Or
it's
you
like you're
give
spending time with the specific gal there or something.
yeah, so it raises up their relationship level. And then once they level up, you go to the Momo Talk thing where you like text them.
And then eventually, after you level it up so much, you have like a big giant harem, and it turns into a big giant orgy. You know.
Yeah. Apparently, there's an event going on called the Tree of Sephiroth.
Oh wow. I feel like I feel like I could make a joke about Final Fantasy VII and a certain other game that I mentioned before, and I may or may not have recorded footage for it.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
this is just my regular missions.
This is VR missions.
Wait a minute, what kind of event is this? It's just sending me to my normal missions. Okay.
721 through 728, as far as dates go. Oh yeah, it has a... Wow. You should be my mission control, baby.
Alright. I haven't seen her in the gacha yet. Probably missed out on that one. Oh,
yeah,
here we
that
go.
yeah, that mission screen is actually like that. Actually, is like the based on like the symbol for the Sephiroth.
Oh, okay.
As it's depicted in the Kabbalah.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay. Glad you picked this one.
I haven't seen this girl before either. That's how little I've played of this before the Steam version came out.
Yeah. What she got, like the ATX M50X or whatever for that's kind of what it looks like. I used to have a red colored one.
Oh, I didn't know they had a red colored one.
I mean, they're all right. They're not like it's not knocking my HD 650s off of its totem pole anytime soon.
Yeah.
You know, a part of me wants to get like the whatever the closed back or no, the open back like 800 Sennheiser one is, as well as the Sony one, like the one that, like, I would not go full audiophile mode and get a full pair of focal clears, even if they are like worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
Just because I'd have to be doing.
My name is Himari.
Of
I'm Millennium's genius hacker.
Okay.
Imagine introducing yourself like, "Hello, I'm the genius hacker."
Yeah, I'm just the top hacker. I have like I'm behind like 500 proxies or whatever.
Perhaps you caught wind of Veritas's beautiful president, like Project Veritas.
Either that, or she's like Baofu from Persona 2, with like her reputation as a hacker. Where he's introduced in the second game, and then in the first version of the second game, and then Eternal Punishment, he's like actually a party member.
Oh, okay.
Odeska.
But yeah, speaking of women who are pretty sure of themselves, how about that Tika?
Yes. On a certain site of the Ultra variety, which is Japanese for tea, by the way.
Well, I don't even know if there is like a website version. As far as I know, it's just like an app. I don't know.
Oh wow!
And I never heard of it before today.
So you couldn't even. So yeah, you didn't even have a chance with privacy on that thing, because you know, phones. Yeah. You're not exactly gonna be private with those. I actually yeah, before we get into it, I remember on like Luke Smith's live stream, there was like some guy there's like a super chatter, right? That sent a message about like, hey, someone made like a video about how like phones are better for privacy than computers, and like Luke Smith was like, that sounds really fucking stupid. You know, okay, he doesn't swear, but you know, like I cannot see how that would be true in any sense of the word. You know, because
back when I was in college. There was this guy, he had a Windows phone back when those were a thing. And he defended his choice by saying, like, oh, you rather have an Android? Oh, you're going to get all sorts of viruses for that thing. Meanwhile, he has Windows on his phone.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I hear that all the time. Like, people make jokes like, "Oh, Bill Gates, he can't even patch his own OS of like, like, of the viruses." And it's like, okay, for one thing, he ain't even with Microsoft anymore. Not
Yeah.
to defend the guy, but um, I mean,
Yeah.
dude's like a trillionaire. He.
Yeah. And even if he was, not that he would care anyways.
Yeah. So, um, but I mean, I feel like with Windows, unless you're in like an enterprise setting, you're not just going to get like a virus unless you're actually doing something, accessing sites maybe you shouldn't be accessing. At least not without like
Yeah, well,
proper
these days,
protection.
yeah. But at least in my experience, and like with like all the people I knew, like Windows 7 and prior days, it was a lot more common back then. Before like Windows Defender was as like good as it is
like
now.
integrated into Windows.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, physically impossible for us to get along. Kind of like the women we were just going into,
Yeah, so for those who don't know or maybe just like heard about it somewhat today, Teacup
Asmongold, he told us all about it.
Asmongold phoned
his
us,
clips.
and he phoned us personally and told us about this hot news that was dropping about these leaks for this app called Teacup that the hacker known as 4chan hacked up with his supercomputer.
Yep.
And leaked all over the place.
Yes, the one hacker known as 4chan.
Yeah.
He may or may not be Legion, for they are many.
Yeah, so like when I first saw this today, I thought it was just like a dating app for like uppity women. But apparently it's
like
even
Bumble.
Yeah, I thought it was like Bumble on steroids basically, but apparently it's much worse than that. Apparently it's just like a gossip and doxing forum that only women are allowed to use. And they make sure that you're a woman when you sign up because they require you to take a picture of yourself holding up your ID. And
I mean, I don't know why they don't have you take a picture of he said, prove you're a woman,
Yeah.
Like,
there's some doctors these days who are pretty good at faking that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it's basically like I guess it's like an addition to dating services for women, where they basically post all your details and dox men basically in an effort to let other women know about your quote unquote red flags. And then
and that's in quotes. I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah. And like, because like some of the images that were shown, it would be these like, decent looking men, and then it would have like the red flag and a number next to it, and you're like, well, hold on, how do they have that many red flags? What did they do? And why is there all of these men who are like so bad apparently, whatnot? And then you look at the leaks and you look at like the kind of women posting these things. I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ, lady, you're lucky that a guy like that wanted to date you.
Yeah, especially with the leaks, some of their faces,
Yeah.
if not like the majority of them.
Yeah, they look as miserable as they sound.
Yeah, which who knows? Maybe there's some correlation there.
Yeah.
Because people who are happy are not going to be tearing other people down,
Yeah. And well, what surprises me is, this, like I said, this is like an app exclusive thing. You would think something like this would be against like terms of service for like Google Play and the Apple App Store, because it's basically just a doxing. It's more for doxing than Kiwi Farms is for doxing, pretty much. Like.
Yeah. I mean, this is like Kiwi Farms, but like the SJW edition.
Yeah, liberal white woman. In her 40s, late 30s, early 40s edition.
Which I do want to say, like, I know some people might be like cringe and be like, oh man, SJW is in 2025. What is this, 2016? And it's like,
well, they haven't gone away.
They haven't gone away. I mean, and unfortunately,
I mean, a bunch of them got together in Australia and got Visa, Mastercard, and PayPal to pretty much outright ban porn.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
like one headline, one of the big headlines, this week.
yeah,
In addition to a lot of unfortunate passings.
yeah. Rest in peace to the GOAT, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. No, you listen to me, sisters. Let me let you in on something. Us men, we're grown adults, right? Now that means if I want to go and play a game, and I'm actually old enough, which a lot of us are, both Immortalix, my bro Immortalix and I are, we should be able to buy it with our own money. But not when you go and try to pressure them. And then you have the situation where Japan might be finding an antitrust suit against you.
And I hope to God that they go through
That
with
they
that
win.
and are successful. Yeah,
Even though it's probably just going to apply to Japan, because
yeah,
with legal cases and stuff like that, that's just. I mean, I don't know how much of that is like international law. I mean, I know in like United States there's stuff like precedent and all that, but I don't know how that all. We're not
yeah.
lawyers. There's a reason. There's some things we don't comment on, because we're not lawyers to know how to properly navigate around some of that stuff. So.
Yeah, I would be more hopeful of it if like the European Union gave a shit and tried to do something like that, because at least like when the European Union forces something through, it's like the companies are like, all right, well, there's like a shit ton of countries there, so it would be more cost effective to just like do what they say worldwide.
Well, yeah, but I mean, oh, wait. I was gonna say cause I was thinking about the UK, and things are getting
Yeah,
real
yeah,
bad there when it
yeah.
comes
No,
in more
they're a
ways than
special
one.
case. Yeah,
Brexit, more like Brexit to Brexit into like even a worse situation.
yeah. I mean, at the time when when they were first talking about that stuff, European Union was pretty shitty itself. They they weren't
Well,
looking
I
that
mean,
much better. So yeah, they
they
still
still
are,
kind of
but
are.
yeah, but at least like they weren't this far gone.
Yeah, back in 2015, 2016 when that actually went through.
Yeah,
Um,
that's something I noticed with the UK. It's like all of their political parties like suck ass. Like even their conservative parties are like not really all that like right leaning.
which is why it's quite something on here that we need to restore the monarchy,
Yeah.
the same monarchy that looked past Jimmy Savile or whatever his name is.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it feels like that's like the only decent answer, because like if you get a good president or prime minister or whatever it is wherever you are, that's temporary, and things usually always end up falling back to like the corrupt party or whatever. Where it's like if you happen to get a good king, things are going to be good for a long time.
Well, I think the reason is because the problem is I think a lot of that's considered like old world. This is like pre-World War I era, because World War I was kind of like the last time you had like dukes and kings and emperors. I mean, there's like Japan, which had like the one emperor, but he was even in World War II, he was just he was basically just in a symbolic position. It was really Tojo that had the lead in that era.
Okay.
In World War II, and shock of. If some people maybe not paying attention, Japan was actually our enemy. They were not something worth weeping out about. This was actually technically before anime was even like a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
tell me how strong I need to be. What the hell?
What's going?
I'm in the mission, but it didn't tell me like what level I should have my people at. So like I don't.
I guess you'll find out.
I'm blind. Yeah, I might as well just go with my strongest. Yes.
But yeah, like the UK, to show how, just to demonstrate how ridiculous they've gone, they now have. I think I have to like review exactly what you said. But now they have like a screen time thing for playing video games.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like
That's
okay,
like that's what China does.
yeah. New UK law banning 18 plus content without ID verification, banned from opening channels on my own Discord server. Oh yeah, yeah. So there's a guy who I don't know how big he is. I don't know. I've never heard of this No Arm Watley.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it
Watley.
either. I just saw that tweet like popping off.
You know, probably Watley because British, but yeah, he can't even make a new like server on Discord server on something that he owns. And it's like, yeah, and like you said, China, they do that, and they even have like, was it like, I think I saw like footage of like them like taking like a gal who's like into video games into like some re-education camp, not camp.
Oh wow.
Like maybe like facility. I don't know. I don't know what. Who knows what's going on with China? It's not like you're gonna get an honest, representation of anything. Just like with North Korea, what's actually going on there.
Yeah, their media says what they want everyone to believe.
What the CCP wants people to believe, to be exact.
Yeah. So yeah, the UK has this string of new laws, one of which requires ID verification for accessing adult content, and it's not even like, oh, you can't go to Pornhub.com anymore. It's for any website that may potentially have adult content. So
Yeah,
Twitter,
like,
your own Discord server, probably DeviantArt,
And I mean, I can already hear some people be like, well, I don't want my kids, exposed to that stuff. So, and it's like, okay, for one thing, the reason this is happening is because, I mean, you got to think about it. Probably these are because someone made a complaint of some kind. I don't know who.
Probably someone's mom who doesn't pay attention to her kids.
Yeah, and I mean, I might understand boomers, like our parents, maybe. I mean, I don't know how exactly old your parents are, but like for my parents specifically, like I might understand because they didn't grow up with computers. I mean, closest to computers that they really grew up with was like back when they were like young was like typewriters or calculators. Like not computers in the modern sense of the word.
That's the same for my parents.
Yeah, even though like technically, if you think about like the definition of the word computer or like compute, technically, when you're doing 2 plus 2, that is a computation.
Yeah, it's like a calculator is like a computer. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that's how it like Satoru Iwata. That's what he first programmed way back when on a calculator.
I didn't get any experience for that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was that hard, but still.
Yeah, I mean that was longer than the average level, so like. Expecting something.
But yeah, like the thing is that like I understand for them and maybe even Gen X to a certain extent, but like once you start getting to like millennials, I mean, you should know how a computer works, be it a smartphone, be it in the form of a smartphone or definitely a laptop or desktop. There's really no excuse. I mean, I'm not expecting people to know how to go and find, let alone, find. It's the first thing you have to do, like edit a host file. I don't even know if you know what I'm referring to. On a host. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's like a file. It's in Windows and Linux. I think Luke Smith, he showed it in the context of Linux. But it's like you can set like a block list for like a bunch of sites. And I was like, really? Okay, I didn't even, because I was just like, a lot of his like videos are kind of like clickbait, like have like a funny meme or something image, or like a title, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting, and the thing is like, you should not. You should not be letting your kids, just have free access to the internet. Is my opinion. I mean,
well, I mean, that's where this thing from Australia comes with the payment fraudsters. It's literally like a group of moms who don't want to like be responsible for their kids.
Who don't want to be parents.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you need to ban this. This stuff shouldn't be accessible by anybody. It's too easy to get into. It's like,
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, okay, well, okay, like, oh, it's just like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. Stuff rated T, that's all fine, right? Well, it's
oh,
like,
she's dead already. What the?
but my thing is like, oh wow, okay, oh, you're gonna forfeit.
Yeah, I don't like losing anybody.
Oh, that's right, yeah. But yeah, they go into like my point, like, who gets to decide what is technically 18 plus content? Because there's a lot of stuff like what we grew up with, like, or maybe not even what we grew up with, like back in like our era of like even 16-bit. Like, I remember someone called me Johnny when he was reviewing Castlevania Bloodlines, and I didn't know what the rating was. My only exposure to it was like on an emulator, growing up.
Yeah.
And that game, you want to know what the ESRB rating for Castlevania Bloodlines is? The same Castlevania game where you literally, when you kill a zombie, it like adds its guts out.
Yeah.
A to A.
Oh wow.
Original E rated. E rating.
Yeah.
And it's also like when you're playing, when you die as like Eric Lacarde, like the spear goes up and like stabs him. Assuming you didn't like fall down like a pit or something.
Yeah.
So, back you gamers who think you're so hardcore, we were hardcore back in the 90s, the 2000s. But that's the thing. Like, there's so much stuff like that. Like, even to Symphony of the Night, like, you have that one zombie like bisected too horizontally, and that's rated T for teen. I think even like Arkham City, I mean, with all the swearing and stuff they got going on in there, I'm like thinking, man, they're kind of pushing the edge of like whether this is teen or not. I think even like, I think Arkham Knight is like straight up M, from what I remember.
I think in certain, I don't think it's M here, but I think in Europe it has like the 15 or 16 or whatever rating they have. That's like 15 plus or whatever.
Yeah, and there's another game, Xenogears. Not to go into any spoiler details for various reasons that we may or may not reveal. But like, I think I heard in Japan, like that game is like basically given like the equivalent of like the M rating, whereas over here it's T.
Wow.
Why? Because.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
There's certain. I mean, there are certain things that it's like. It's not a visual novel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won't say. Yeah, there's certain things I don't want to say because it's like kind of a spoiler. But So.
By the way, this level is kicking my ass. I'm probably not going to be strong enough to do the next one. But they don't even say what level the enemies are. Like, it's just like, all right, have at it.
I would hope that maybe the first one didn't give you anything, just simply give you more, considering it like kicked your ass last time in terms of difficulty. Was that like make them scared, that icon, like Halloween looking thing?
I had never noticed that before. I don't know if that only works on like these enemies, because her attack is just an explosion basically.
Because I know it's like it makes them like scared or something.
Yeah. Of course, we have these girls who don't like to take cover.
Weapons. I see you're up against the weapons that surpass Metal Gear.
Yeah. All right, somebody's gonna die. Oh, okay. Wait, did we do?
I mean,
we all died? What the fuck? I didn't even see it. Oh, we ran out of time. That's what happened.
I was like saying maybe they blew up the oil, but the oil can, but it didn't blow up properly.
Yeah, I took over 3 minutes, so I failed. All right.
Only 180 seconds.
Strong enough for this event.
Please come back after doing some grinding.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of mostly what's been going on. You have this, seems like the world's going crazy with who knows, rolling up.
Yeah, and it's like it's all happening at the same time too. Like the payment processor stuff, the UK stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, do I have that many anything that, you know, any game that I have my eyes on that was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna get to play, Honey Pop Double Date,
Yeah,
like, there's plenty of puzzle games I got or games with puzzle elements. I don't need to play that one,
yeah.
So
I actually literally just downloaded um an adult game from Itch.io
oh,
like
okay,
the
so
day
he's coming
before.
right out with it, guys.
Yeah, I literally downloaded one like the day before like Itch.io like did their mass deletion, which like I didn't know that was going to happen. I someone that just made me aware of a game, and I saw it and I was like, oh, this might be cool.
And
Try it out.
some people are saying like the Itch.io, that's like mostly what they have, and I'm like thinking, no, I mean they got like a bunch of
No,
other
most
stuff,
most of what they have is like
like
your run of
fan
the
stuff.
mill indie, yeah, like fan stuff and run of the mill like indie shit, like those games about like depression and whatever.
Fresh what?
Depression.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Uh,
there's always all these
I
indie
mean,
games like
I
it's
know
about
about
like
the whole. I know about
my
Depression
internal
Quest.
struggle and yeah.
Because certain industry and internet-wide events associated with the game.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, and yeah, it's those kind of games that you see like a metric fuck ton of on Itch.io. Like I didn't even know Itch.io had that many adult games until this all happened.
yeah. I mean, I mean, the only game I saw that was like kind of like I was kind of sort of interested in was what was it? What was it called? It was oh yeah, Night of the Consumers or something. It's literally just like it's like you versus like the people of Walmart or something, And
Oh,
I'm like,
is it like a first person like and
it
you're
looks
like
like
simulating like a yeah like a Walmart employee kind of thing?
yeah, that's kind of what it kind of had like a Doom or like
Okay,
it
I
kind
think
of
I may
reminds
have seen some gameplay of that.
it kind of looks like Blake Stone or Wolfenstein. Like that's what kind of like the pixel style it kind of reminds me of.
Okay.
I played with bots at Call of Duty World at War, updated like 9 years ago. Damn. I just like have World at War on my Steam profile because that's like the one like I remember a certain acquaintance I told you about. Like he said that game, not the later Black Ops games, towards
Yeah.
mods for zombies because that was like the one thing you wanted to play all the freaking time.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see.
Spooky.
You'll actually get experience from this, so and the enemy level is 19, so I'm trying to decide who to put here.
I'm assuming your level, like they rate your level based on your composition of your team, like versus whatever level. Like I know you said like level 19.
Yeah, yeah, all the enemies are still gonna be level 19, but I'm just trying to put girls who will actually get experience, but also like won't die immediately.
Did I share with you the Fallout? I think I did that Fallout like mod in like Doom in the Doom engine.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, at first I thought this was like the one like the Fred title made it sound like it was made. Someone did something in like the modern Doom engine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, this is GZ Doom. I'm like, this looks like it'll be like the brightest like mod ever made. And I actually just found out that apparently Brutal Doom has like been downloaded more than Metroid Dread has been bought.
Oh,
it
wow.
has like 5 million downloads or like people involved in like community or whatever.
Dang.
Because like whenever I think of like Doom mods, I'm thinking like pre-Doom, pre-Brutal Doom.
Yeah.
Because I've just heard like various vibes. Like some people are not a big fan of Brutal Doom just because there's like certain things people want that is not necessarily like part of like how Doom is supposed to be played. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in regular Doom, you can't aim up and down. You're supposed to just
yeah.
it's supposed to just like kind of auto target.
I saw on GameSec apparently one of the developers who worked on the original SNES port made like a updated SNES port that runs better.
Yeah,
And,
I think I've seen that. Like,
yeah,
maybe on,
unfortunately they're releasing it through limited run games, but
oh yeah, I think that's what I remember. Yeah, I thought it was like, because I know there's like the improved version of the 32X. I call it Toilet Doom. You've heard the music of that version, right?
yeah.
There's like that one comment, it's like, "You're gonna be so edgy while taking a dump," like. Man, she's just like going full Kino mode, as the kids would say. Like the grenade.
Yeah.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! And it's everyone using a freaking flashbang because it's Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that's one of the more useful specials in this game.
No, you had to see like how many people they would just like spam flashbangs all the time on Counter-Strike. It's just so stupid. Because it was just be like, I remember my brother, he was like, just like, be like, beep, 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 and then you see like the black transparent bars, which means someone can, like, probably opt you to death or whatever, while you're like blinded and you're trying to figure out where to shoot or where to go next.
Yeah.
Was that like you can like recover health if you go there?
Yeah. I don't think I should have done that though, because I don't think I'm not gonna finish this in 4 turns now. Unless they both attack me right now.
Seems kind of arbitrary to have them attack you like they have it limited to like so many turns.
Yeah.
I know like Advance Wars, they'd be like, oh yeah, we have to do this or else Germ is gonna be here already. And it's like, okay, but there's like no reason for it here.
Yeah, and these aren't like story specific missions where like there's any context really.
Yeah.
Ah, dang it, I have the wrong one.
Yeah, you never really played Advance Wars all that much, right?
No. Oh, by the way, this one girl, the maid girl, she actually is an android. I don't know.
She's what?
She's actually an android.
Oh, okay.
The one
that
you made
makes
up.
sense. Maids, androids,
Yeah.
Yeah, but at my workplace, there's actually like a vacuum cleaner thing that they have in like the upper office areas. And it just like just moves on its own. And I actually had this crazy thought that occurred to me while I was watching this guy. Those like garbage things that they put like cardboard in.
Yeah.
And they roll it around. And thankfully, this place has like elevators for them to go from like one level to another for like the workers that clean up stuff.
Yeah.
And I had this like brief moment where I didn't see the worker pushing it, and I was like thinking like, the thought that came to my mind was, what's gonna happen whenever like in the future people are like they start seeing like robots and they start thinking like it's like witchcraft or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
like a ghost.
that's what these Australian moms should be worried about. Not websites.
Worry about like the like maybe not like, because I mean, I know people freak out about AI, and
Yeah.
I'm just like I kind of cringe because it's not.
It's not really AI right now. So.
Yeah, they're just like large language models,
Yeah.
Like a lot of these people who freak out about AI, they need to watch Luke Smith's video, not because has like, not just because of hot takes, but that's because he's like, okay, look, it's fundamentally no different than another program. It's not like just because it might be a little bit better than like Cleverbot, if you remember that.
Yeah.
you know,
And
it
like
doesn't
they,
mean
I hate that they feel the need to slap it onto like every product now. It's like, oh, our vacuum has AI technology to tell when you're actually touching the floor. It's like, okay.
yeah, it's kind of like how like every TV is like is oh it's now like 3D, you know,
Yeah,
for like a brief period of time that was like relevant and like people actually
yeah,
gave a crap about that, or they saw how
yeah,
like it was just like cardboard cutouts about the glasses,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. A lot of this AI stuff, it's a lot of it isn't even like the LLM stuff you mentioned. Like it's just like basic ass features. Like I
Yeah.
saw this one video for like something it said like it was like an AI like toaster oven, but it like it doesn't do anything differently. Like it's like, oh, we use AI to tell when your thing is at the correct heat, but it's like a regular toaster oven will heat up to the heat you set it to, and then it'll shut off the heating thing, and it'll
Yeah.
turn back on. Like that's nothing new. That's how they've always worked. It's not AI.
Yeah. Well, no. What's going to happen is, he predicted it. That guy from the libertarian debate, the guy who was like,
Oh
what's
yeah.
what's
We're gonna
that?
need licenses to use up toasters, man.
It's what's next? You being required to have a license to toast your own damn toaster? You know, you have to say
Yeah.
it like in the way he said it, because the way his voice is,
Yeah.
he's added to it, especially
He's
when he's preceded by
a
the
very
one guy
special person.
by the former guy before him was like hell no. Yeah, that was wild. Unavailable right now.
Oh, I was just mashing escape to go back to the thing, but for whatever reason, if the menu doesn't fully load, it like tells you, oh, it's not available right now.
Oh, means you're clicking too fast.
Yeah.
Or sweep.
Yeah, this is basically how you farm currency and level up items.
Kind of reminds me of looking for materials and off of like planets in Mass Effect.
Mm.
We like you use the Normandy or whatever they use. I think it's Normandy in the second Mass Effect, if I remember right. You shoot like a probe into a planet, and it raises like your thorium and whatever else. It's basically just for like getting like certain upgrades faster.
Okay.
From what I remember, it mind you, it's only been like 12 years since I played those games on the PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got that off from a GameStop. It's like one of the few games I got from GameStop. Because I was like, oh, I'll get a lot of hours out of this, and
Yeah.
especially if you play it like, because first time I played it through, I was like a Paragon, and then I think the second time I did the more entertaining Renegade one, where you're just like making wisecracks and being an absolute asshole.
Yeah. Oh, the arrow keys finally work.
What are the faces about? Like, is that like their
that's,
AI behavior?
No, that's what kind of territory they're good or bad with.
Oh, okay.
So there's like city, there's like off-road stuff, like village. I'm not exactly sure what these mean, but yeah, I know there's like some students like hate the sidewalk or whatever. It's kind of weird.
Oh, when you said like village, I'm like, whoa! I didn't know they had villages. It looks like it's mostly an urban sprawl in this game.
Yeah. Well, there's a city and then there's a house, but I'm pretty sure that there's no levels that take place inside a house. So I was like, is that a village? Or...
It's a house. It's a level set in some dude's house from Quake, where you get to stand on like their toilet and like shoot rockets out. I remember like Joe Rogan. He was talking to John Carmack. Hey, by the way, have you ever heard John Carmack's voice?
Yeah, I remember watching some of the Joe Rogan one when he was on.
I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, he's just like your typical nerd.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. When I first heard that.
Yeah. I remember watching that and I'm like, does Joe understand any of this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't understand 6 degree of freedom rendering, and it's like, maybe if he was talking to Lex Friedman or something, that might be one thing.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Joe, I'm smoking a blunt with Elon Rogan is not, he's probably like, I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds cool. About as cool as this gal we're looking at right now.
Didn't even know I had this character.
At least I was referring to Toki. I realized I'm probably way behind.
Oh yeah.
Although Shun's
you're talking about Shun over there, yeah.
Shun ain't bad too either.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I'll be commenting, and he'll be way ahead of whatever the stream says on stream.
Yeah. But I do have it on low latency, so it's not as bad as it used to be.
Oh. Yeah, I'm looking at the health, and I'm looking at the numbers. I'm thinking, man, they have no health. But then, I'm seeing it as a health gauge. Oh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to X Fusion, assuming it comes out next week, and it's not oh man, my testers are still getting wrecked.
Yeah. How is the, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but how is the general vibe on that Discord server? Is it mostly SJW types, or?
I would even say SJW, just Discord / Reddit types mostly.
Okay. Is it the AM2R people, or is it better than that?
I mean, there's not a whole bunch of mods.
Okay.
I think the only mod is literally just the developer himself, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
I mean, the only reason to go there is for, well, I don't know how much I want to say while we're live, but I have a feeling he's not the site he had. I'll just say this: the site he had. Let's just say I think he shuttered it. Because when you pull it up, it just says the generic WordPress, whatever, or whatever it puts out.
Yeah.
There used to be something here, But yeah, I mean, I will just say earlier, it's all it was just people spamming various kawaii Hamtaro type stuff, and various memes. I mean, I will say some of them do seem to be a bit, like I said, the usual types you'll see on Reddit and Discord,
Yeah.
So. Oh wait, I didn't know you could actually.
Yeah, it's a lot easier on the phone. Yeah, it's a lot easier to do on the phone. You can actually sign something.
Well, you just need to get a mouse like mine, my Logitech G903 Lightspeed. Even wirelessly, you could even with a free monitor setup, I could go from one screen to another like that.
Yeah, I do have I have a Logitech Lightspeed on my main desktop, but I don't do super high DPI stuff. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, I mean, if my parents have to do it, then it's okay, I gotta go and adjust it with the buttons. At least on the G903, I don't, because I'm assuming you don't have you didn't spend however much I spent on this thing, 100 or something, I think.
No, mine's the G305. I think it's normally 50, but I got it on sale.
Oh, I mean, the charging pad thing I got with this is more expensive than the mouse.
Oh, wow.
I think the mouse and keyboard, the 10 keyless version, combined, add up to whatever the charging pad is. But I mean, it's a good charging pad, because what's cool is that you plug it in, the charging pad to charge it. It keeps your mouse charged up, and it also makes it to where you don't need the dongle. Because it just senses it via the cable. There you go. to be doing streams.
Oh my
Because
god.
my favorite girl. She's so bouncy.
Oh, I guess she is new.
Speaking of bouncy.
Actually, before I spend the last of my tickets, let's see who else there is. Another camp version.
Film is
Another
Borderlands
camp
4 at the Game Awards. Yeah, sure. There's a Borderlands 2 pulled up on my Steam account. You know, it just goes to show. I remember buying that because I was like thinking I'll play the game at some point and go for
Yeah.
like all the content they just kept adding to it.
Yeah.
And I think I played it back in 2016 once, and that's about it. I think I just played like up to the first boss, but I can't remember if that's the PS3 version I had briefly, or you know, I couldn't tell you. Look like you're about to say bingo.
I was trying to type Bing Bing Wahoo.
Yeah, tell me a fun story. Required.
I already had her, so that's just extra items.
I see. S. What's the S for?
Shale. That's the name of the academy, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now you just be scribbling. That's why I do it. I'm like really bored.
Yeah. Dang, not a single new girl tonight.
Haruka.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me. I think in Yakuza 3 and 4, you can have Haruka do like the karaoke, and like after a certain point, you can have like you be like go Haruka, you know.
Yeah.
I think Akiyama can also do that in 5, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Because you know, I mean, is it a spoiler to say who you play as in Yakuza 5 if I'm just mentioning Akiyama and Haruka in the same sentence?
What I didn't know there were like any like surprise characters in 5. I'm pretty sure I knew like all the characters play as in 5.
Well, let me put it like this: Akiyama and Haruka share a chapter.
Okay.
But Haruka, she doesn't play. You know, she doesn't obviously fight unless you use certain mods. Which there are people who've modded the PS3 version. You get to see like Haruka doing like heat actions, like using her like. It actually looks kind of brutal because like she has like high heels on, and it's like, you know, get me into someone's face. I'm like thinking, damn, you know, I'm pretty sure they didn't intend that, but you know, but yeah, her fighting is that she doesn't fight like fists and kicks and stuff. It's like a dance battle thing, like street dancing.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, Akiyama, he actually can do it like once and like one sub story, and that's about it.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, ooh, feeling young again here, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember how things. I mean, not remember, but I don't know how things end for Akiyama in 5. But I always kind of hoped, you know, instead of Ichiban, they would have continued with him.
Well, the thing is, his story really kind of wraps up in 4, honestly.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of his main story. In 5, I think it's just like, oh yeah, we have the assets for him, and people liked him a whole lot. I mean, they liked him enough to put him in Dead Souls, a game that literally almost killed any chances of Yakuza games coming out in the United States.
Yeah, but at the end of 4, wasn't it basically like, oh, well, I just spent my money, better go start trying to make some more, something like that?
I think he still had his money. He just was like,
okay.
I think it was like he got shot and like the bullets like saved him from dying.
Yeah.
Kind of a very Teddy Roosevelt scenario there almost, if you know what I'm referring to.
Yeah, I think so.
where he like got shot and he's like, and he pulled it out and he's like, that saved me, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude still is like doing like doing like his usual like, what do you want? You know, why should I give you like, you know, enough money to basically retire? You know.
Yeah. Why should I give you free money?
And it's funny, like one of the choices you get for like one of the ladies, in 5 is like do work with your body, and I read that as, you know, but they show like a cutscene. It's like, oh, she's just doing like construction work. I'm like, okay, kind of one of those things where you read into the dialogue. I mean, because you know, the game's called Yakuza. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's not. Akiyama himself isn't Yakuza, but he works with the Yakuza, you know, which is how he gets, you know, tied up in things with the 4th game.
Yeah. I mean, I always liked him as like a leading character. I think he can carry a story.
My thing of Ichiban is I think he could be. I think for 7 he's fine. 8. I just think they should have had like, they shouldn't have ditched the real-time combat.
Yeah, for sure.
They should have had given it like its own flavor, Ichiban his own flavor. I mean, if they want to go like wild with it, you know, why not? You know, I mean, they have the Judgment games, like the more you know, grounded ones, and now like this weird Stranger from Heaven thing that they're doing now, which
read the screen.
Mineral craft. Okay. Totally not Minecraft, guys.
Yeah.
We're just, you know, it's kind of like Heavy D in King of Fighters, and the only thing they did to differentiate him from Heavy D in the Boys is add an exclamation point. But yeah, I saw the trailer for that, and it's like back to like, I mean, I don't know if it's like part of the Yakuza games. There's a lot of people like having like some theories because like one of the guys you meet and like at the end of the trailer is like Mako, and the name of the original Tojo, like chairman, head guy, whatever, is like Makoto Tojo. Yeah.
Okay.
But like the combat actually looks like it's like gritty crime drama, like what the original Yakuza games were before Ichiban came and started doing like Kiryu like going full like American Western cowboy with like a rail gun, or him, you know, going full like beach surfer dude mode, you know,
or like how how serious the dub of the first one on PS2 tries to sound.
Yeah, with them adding more swearing that's a Japanese word, which has to be a first.
Yeah.
For a dub, you know. But yeah, it actually looks like grounded, like when you go to attack an enemy, or you grab him by the throat, your character, like the detective character at least, he has an option of like show mercy or don't show mercy, and I'm like, and I think they went for the don't show mercy, and I don't think they like show anything super violent in like the trailer, maybe for like, you know, because they don't want to like trigger like YouTube or something.
Yeah. Do you know if anyone ever did any like translation fix or like localization fix mods for 3 through 5 on PC?
I mean, for Yakuza Free, I mean, so okay, I'm trying to think how this gets started with this, because so Yakuza Free is like, as far as like the names and stuff, that's not an issue.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you know, like in the first 3 or 4-ish games, they weren't calling people, like, I think Kazuma, like, you know, Kiryu's like adoptive like father, they call him like Oyabun, like literally, even though that's not really, that's just like what Kiryu calls him in Japanese, because that's like the respectful term.
Okay.
But, you know, I think the idea was like, oh, people are gonna get confused if you have one guy named Kazuma, then you have another guy named Kazuma, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, like, So that's not the issue. I think there's like there is one sub story. I mean, it's not really that much of a sub story. It's just you beat this guy up and then you have to run away from him. I think.
Yeah.
That's how many hours are we in here?
Check.
I'm checking because I don't want to like say something that like gets the YouTube gods mad.
Yeah,
at
it's
us.
still under 2 hours.
Okay. Well, anyways, there's a certain sub story. I think I shared it with you. Like, someone like showed like what it is in the PS3 version. So you just to be like, okay, yeah, this is what you're. This is. I'm just showing it off. This is what it is.
Well, the big one I remember is in Yakuza 4. What's Akiyama's assistant? What's her name again? Lady.
Hana.
Hana, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually and it's actually a Japanese word for flower, which is how I remember it.
Okay, yeah. So because I remember in the PS3 version, there was a phone call and she was like afraid, and Akiyama was like, "You think someone's gonna grape you? Are you serious?" And then they like totally like censored that in the remaster.
Yeah, I'd have to like go and refresh my memory on that one. But I mean, it's not like anything that big as far as like 3 through 5, other than like I said, the one sub story in 3. That line in 4. I think there's like another thing in 4 that maybe was changed slightly.
Yeah. Well,
And
I know
think,
even in the PS3 version of 4, what's the big muscular dude you play as?
Seijima.
Yeah, Seijima. I know like in the text it makes it sound like he's like a southerner or something, and like.
Well, that's probably because he's from Osaka, and in Osaka, it's a lot. That's kind of sort of they're a lot more informal.
Yeah, I mean, like I get like he's like a country person, but like all this text is like an American Southern person, which I think I don't know if I agree with that for like a localization choice.
Yeah, I don't remember anything in particular, but that's just how Seijima talks. He's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I know like Yakuza 5, like whenever you get into like random encounters, they don't have the subtitles for like when the guys like, "What's this old man smell?" The PS3 version does, but that's one of those games where I'd rather play it in 60 frames and not the PS3 version, which has slow downs galore.
Yeah. All right, so the very first challenge in this event is basically like my highest level of girls already. So
push it to the limit.
We'll see what happens.
No one's to stand in your way. I actually do have that movie. I should watch it at some point. In addition to like all the other movies I've gotten lately.
Yeah.
I know one that I've not seen. I mean, I've heard about it before. Like my coworker, he was telling me like, "Oh, you should watch like Taxi Driver. You really like that." And it's like, "Oh, I've
been meaning to watch that one forever."
Yeah, I know. I know. I know it's that one, Fight Club, and like American Psycho, and like other movies where it's like, oh, it's literally me. It's like that's like what. I know there's like a lot of those movies like that people are like all big into.
Yeah. I have seen Fight Club and American Psycho.
Yeah.
And they're good. It's not. Yeah. I mean, it's not like the kind of movie you're like, oh, it's so good, I gotta rewatch it all the time. But it's
Yeah, I've seen Fight Club. I haven't seen. I've seen the last scene and like some memes of like American Psycho because again, that's like how they be.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen like the actual like full movie. By the way, that like teddy bear thing you fought reminds me of the one with Monokuma in Danganronpa or whatever.
Yeah.
Aren't there like 3 or 4 of those guys?
Yeah. I think there's like 3 or 4 different ones.
But it's like you have to kind of already be into like Ace Attorney and stuff like that already for those kind of like you be in that kind of genre of game to kind of enjoy those games is my understanding.
Yeah, from what I saw, it is like very heavy visual novel. Like there's not a ton of gameplay,
Yeah.
if any at all, really.
Yeah, just casually murdering stuffed bunnies and teddy bears. So this would be the more angry video game. You'd be like, "Who came up with these enemies?" and then you'd be like, you do like the skit where he's like, "Man, I need more enemies for this game. I have 52 games left to program. I need to pick one up."
Yeah.
Ah, safety pin. That'll be perfect. All right, next game.
I know that he like thought of that. There we go. Alright, just barely made it through that one. Got him again.
If James actually did that, you know, as opposed to, you know, just being on the couch and having to work with that limited space,
Yeah.
you know, people would not be like, okay, look, like, why are you just like doing this and barely any skits? Or if you do a skit, it's like it's clearly on a green screen. It's not masked very well.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, like he used to put effort into this stuff, and now everything's green screen. And some of the green screen stuff works. Like I remember in the Sonic 06 episode, the green screen gags actually made me laugh a bit. But like they just rely on it for like everything now.
Oh yeah, I remember like trying to tune the camera and and then it's it's the wall, you know.
Yeah. And then there's the other one where like Tails dives into the water and then he dives in after him.
I guess I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Even though I kind of felt like the Sonic 06 review is kind of like, okay, he's putting. This is James being told like, oh yeah, this is like a game that people want.
Oh yeah, that definitely feels like someone at Screenwave was like, hey James, you know a game that's good for content, right?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you already did the James and Mike episode about it, and I remember they were like freaking out about the camera, like for that one like ring challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, is the camera actually that bad? You know, since I know you played Sonic 06, and you're like, it's not as bad as you know.
For certain characters, it's bad. Like I'd say for like when you're doing like the Knuckles segments, it's pretty bad. Because the game really isn't built around that, but they chalk in those segments anyways. But for like Sonic and Shadow, it's really not that bad.
I know for Silver, you can do that one thing where he like clips through the wall and like skips like his like pool ball thing or whatever.
Yeah.
You can only slap like so many times.
Yeah, I actually like. I kind of maybe it's because like I saw like so much hate for it, and my expectations were like hit to the floor when by the time I finally played Sonic 06. But I actually kind of enjoyed Silver's levels, just like knowing it's not going to be fast paced, like going into it with that mindset, knowing it's more about messing around with physics and platforming rather than trying to get to the goal.
And this gal is like her expression is every Sonic fan right now. It's just like just say one more wrong thing and this gun be singing.
I mean, you guys defend Sonic Frontiers, so and that game is total ass. So
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna leave it to the Sonic fan for the opinions because I mean, the most I'll play is probably the 2D games, you know.
Yeah.
Those are like the peak, you know. And whatever fan game is going on, you know.
Yeah.
I'd be totally down with a fan game for this gal, though. Especially if in VR and...
Yeah. That's the one thing where I feel like this game is a little cheap compared to like Nikkei. Is like in Nikkei the story is like fully voiced, and then you could actually like interact with them. They're animated and stuff rather than just like a PNG.
Yeah, and it's like when you say that, it's like in like the files like that actually make it like the template doesn't have like the animation, so it's just like it's just overlaid on like the face.
Yeah.
I think I remember playing around with Ren'Py, if you know what that is.
Yeah, I remember messing around with that a couple of years ago. I remember I started doing I wanted to do like an Asuka visual novel, and I started working on it, and then I was just like, I don't have the patience for scripting.
Asuka.
Really, what I
Girlfriend
wanted
of
is I just
Steel.
wanted a GUI to like move shit around, and I didn't want to have to like do all that shit. You know, with
Well, that's programming for you. You're dealing with text a lot.
yeah,
The thing about programming, I will say, this is something I kind of realized, especially after looking through like source code files while I'm bored at work, is that a lot of programming like tutorials you see online, maybe it's just for C++, or maybe it also applies to other things like assembly and stuff.
yeah,
They start you off with like bad habits, like you know what a variable declaration is, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Where it's where you say like, oh, int,
yeah.
int or like float Nonomi's boob size. I don't know, you initialize it so that equal to, I don't know, 10. I don't, whatever 10 is supposed to represent. And the thing is, at least in C++, I don't know about other programming languages. Maybe if someone's a programmer, they can shake me up and be like, it's wrong, but generally what you have is you have what's called a header file and a .c or .cpp file. .c is just like regular C, CPP is like C++. And the header is going to have like, if you want to keep your code clean and organized, you'd have your variable declarations, the functions you want to call. You have all that stuff in the in like the header file, and then the actual code that calls all that stuff and makes it all work and flow together in the actual like CPP file. Yeah, I'm just talking about like C++. I don't know about Java or Python, which RenP, that's what that use. I mean, that's in the name.
Yeah, I mean, for RenP, when it came to just like basic stuff and like like doing like multiple options and different multiple paths and scenes and stuff like that was fine with me. But when it came to like, all right, if I want my image in this portion of the screen, I have to do all that shit by code. Like I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Was there like any like documentation or anything, or?
There is, but
documentation, I should say. Yeah.
There is documentation, but I'm very ADD when it comes to reading documentation, so I just watched videos instead.
Yeah. Well, my thing with like documentation is I'm usually like, well, the thing is like, ultimately, what is programming? It's problem solving.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out how you're getting the computer or the program, whatever, to output things, what's in your head. Pick up where we left off last time. That was fun, wasn't it? Oh, okay. What I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of something, and it's like, oh, it's just a tickling competition. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, you have a vision of what you want to solve, and you want the computer to do that. But you have to. Thing is, you have to work with like certain things with the computer itself and the programming language, and depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do something that's like more intensive and that's not just like a visual novel, like something you want have like no as little input lag as possible and all that. That's when you start getting into the realm of assembly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know what assembly is.
Yeah, I have a basic idea.
It's pretty much the closest thing you're getting to working with the binary code of the computer itself. And I'll just say, I've looked at some assembly and I do intend to like learn that. But it's wild. But from what I understand, if you know what you're doing, it can be like the thing that can make or break, like it can separate the men from the boys. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Like even Doom has like a lot of assembly code stuff in it, which is how it's like able to be so efficient.
Yeah, that's why it's like the best optimized game like ever.
Well, that and also it only uses like software rendering. It doesn't. Well, the Doom source code by itself doesn't use hardware rendering. Maybe GZ Doom, probably does,
Yeah.
but that's just because. Oh wow, going Super Saiyan.
この
Yeah.
インテリアかわいいですね。
It actually reminds me. I was watching when I was watching the last the movie, the ending conclusion to Space Runaway Ideon. They actually do have like the Super Saiyan like transformation sound effect at some point.
Oh wow.
You know,
Does that
like
predate Dragon Ball Z or?
oh yeah, Space Runaway. That was like early '80s.
Okay.
It
But
uses other
that
sounds.
movie, the movie that uses that sound effect, that predates
また遊びに来たいです。
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's oh yeah, literally the anime, like the original anime, aired in like it got done airing at like January 30th, 1981,
おかえりなさい。
Oh
and
wow. Okay.
the movie was like July 10th, 1980. There was like two movies that came out. One was it was basically like one was like a recap
おかえ
movie,
りなさいませ。
probably to
Yeah.
summarize it for those who didn't watch the series,
メイドのアリスに
and then like I'm
何でも
assuming it's
お任せ
followed up
ください。
by the true ending to the TV series. Because like the last episode is basically just like an abridged, made for TV ending, is the way I'll
今日の
I'll
ア
say
リ
it
スはメイドであり勇者。
of the
つまり
of
メイド勇者です。
what Tomino was intending to put
メイ
out
ドと
because
勇者を極めた先
there's
に
no
あり
way
ます。
they could with the way some characters look
例えるなら
at the end of that movie
Yeah.
that they would have been able to show that on TV.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But yeah. That's gonna do it for the stream tonight. Hope you all enjoyed our variety of topics tonight.
yeah, I feel like we kind of rambled a lot. You know, we talked a
Yeah.
little bit about the teacup and you know UK and craziness, but you know, the thing is, a lot of that stuff is like, especially like the the credit card stuff. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of like a developing situation.
Yeah. There'll be more to say on it as we
And I mean,
find
there's
out what
also,
happens.
I mean, and there's also certain elephants in the room that I don't think we should mention. But I mean,
Yeah.
our viewers are smart. I'm sure they can listen between the lines and figure out what we mean to say or reference. You know, every now and then. You know.
Yeah.
You know, however many of us, you know, how many of you are watching, which, you know, whoever's watching, we appreciate your attention.
Yes,
and
we
hope
do.
we have been of service.
Yes,
and
and
of
we
good
hope
entertainment.
you will join us next time for some more. But until then, that does it for tonight's stream. As always, if you're interested in helping us out, like, comment, share, subscribe. All that stuff helps out. If you want to go
Hit
even
the
further
bell.
beyond, if you want to go even further beyond, there's some links in the description you can check out. And until then, hope you all have a good night.
See y'all later.
Okay, off.